Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to No Longer Broken. I'm Jessica Johnson, and we're going to continue our conversation on pruning where we left off at. We were talking about pruning because when you think about a gardener, and you think about, people who have to take care of their yard, their flowers, their plants, and certain things, in order for stuff to grow, right, we got to get rid of the dead leaves, right? Yeah. And even think about us females, our hair won't grow unless we get our ends trimmed, right? Yeah. So we got to get rid of those dead things that's attached to us. So I recently been doing some pruning in my life. And I got some backlash to it because, of course, when you're cutting off dead things, people, places, or things, they kind of start attacking you as if you're doing something wrong.
Right.
In the relationship, when it's like, this has been a toxic, unhealthy relationship for me, and this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
So I think for about the past 2 years, I've pruned out some people in my life, and they were not taking it very well.
Right.
But I needed them to understand that this is what's best for me, and this is also what's best for me and my family, because my children were still, minors and stuff, living at home. And I needed to look at the overall, not only how is this impacting just me, but it's also impacting me and my family, and kind of how I'm parenting.
Yeah.
And so I had to prune, and within that me pruning, I seen how I shifted better.
Right.
How my attitude and my mood is better, my training and my thoughts is better.
Yeah.
Like I don't have these negative self-doubt thoughts anymore, or as much as I used to have them.
Yeah.
Because I started getting rid of these dead leaves and dead branches off of me.
And it feels physically free. People don't notice, like when we are holding on to dead weight, it's literally a weight. And people, places and things can be a weight. Those jobs, those relationships, those parent and children relationships, anything that's a dead weight. And it hurts to prune.
It does.
It hurts to pick and pluck. You know what I mean?
It does.
But at the end of the day, when you're trying to be when you're trying to be peaceful, or you're trying to, just find yourself, and like you said, it transfers to your children because unsubconsciously, when things happen to us, those weights on our shoulders, it comes out in a display of anger sometimes, irritability. Lack of sleep. Sometimes it causes depression. I remember being depressed for 2 years in my life, and I mean, it was like, but you wouldn't be able to tell because I've always been one of those people, and I taught my children, smile no matter what. People never knew what I was going through. People would never know I only had $1 literally in my pocket, or I didn't eat the night before, but my kids ate. Yeah. My kids were still gonna be cute. I still was gonna be about life. I still was gonna make sure I looked okay. But that dead weight, man, that pruning is definitely.
You were masking.
No, I just feel like my personal life isn't people's business.
But that's masking. Because you're masking.
That's masking?
Yeah, that's what a mask does. You're masking, so you put on this fake persona.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, but one of the things I talk about with depression, but you inside, you were
tearing up.
Yeah,
I've just always been a bubbly person. So I think for me,
bubbly and masking, you said they don't know that I'm sitting here suffering.
Yeah, because that's the public eye. Like I've never been, like even now, I'm about to be 38 in August, but even now, I know. Even now, like I just feel like it's not your business if I'm broke. It's not your business if me and my boyfriend are going through something. Just like when I would be physically abused by my boyfriend, sometimes I wouldn't leave the house because it was nobody's business. But that's not necessarily masking. I'm just a private person.
But listen to that. But remember what we're talking about.
Yeah, and doing that,
you are killing your own self.
Yeah.
Because when you're young, you don't know that, and everybody don't know your business. But I think sometimes we mask so long. We mask from the people that we need.
That's what I'm prone to. Because instead of still going through it and going through it privately, I'll just leave. So now I don't have to go through it. And then that goes back to self-healing when we were talking about self-healing with our last guest.
Yeah.
And self-forgiving yourself I forgive myself for allowing so-and-so to hurt me, for allowing so-and-so. And like you said last episode, you don't have to necessarily forgive and still be attached to. It's okay to forgive and prune.
Yes.
You don't have to trust.
Forward. Yeah. And even if it was masking, I healed myself from that masking because I said never again. I'm still not telling them all my business.
We don't have to, right? We don't have to.
Well, and that's why your show is here. That's why I'm glad to be part of it.
Because we can now share it.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Yeah. All right.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. All right, so we're about to take another commercial break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready for a VIP experience like no other? Well, we're here to serve it to you, only at the Retreat USA. Birthdays, anniversaries, launch parties, wedding receptions, and more. We are located at 120 East Market Street, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204, Suite 705, and now offering extended suite, Suite 777. The Retreat USA. It's a vibe.
Thank you guys for tuning back in. Mr. What you got going on? You said you got something.
Yes. So, first off, I just want to say shouts out to Marquis Wilder, my business partner down here at the Retreat USA. And I am wearing my husband's clothing line today. So I made a shout out to my hubby bubby, Ronnie Crony. And it's his Square Life brand. Make sure you guys check us out. You can order these at soundsofshare.net. But I did want to bring the camera person up here today, which is my mom. I have a gift for you. So please come here. Come on, mommy. Yay! This is my mommy. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. I just signed another 1-year contract with the Greater Faith House of Prayer.
Yay!
To do all of their marketing. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I love y'all so much. But I had a little gift for my mom today. And it's just a little charm. It's a matching heart charm like mine. So I just want to say I love her. And just give her a little necklace. Just have little diamonds on it. So thank you for being a part of our production team. She actually has her own show called The Gabby Gill Show, which will be launching again over the summer prayerfully. But make sure you guys stay tuned to her. You can check her out at the Greater Faith House of Prayer.
All right.
All right, so we are going to get back into it with Jessica Johnson right here on No Longer Broken. We have our beautiful guest today, again, Miss Priscilla. So happy for her to be joining us again today.
So when we left off, you were finishing saying about you actually experienced changing yourself, physical appearance, because you were losing yourself in the relationship to keep the person that you were with.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back into that.
Okay.
So,
and like I said, when you look into the mirror and you see that there's a change that needs to be done, you have to be that change you want.
Yeah.
But it's hard because I came from a home where my mother was like that.
Yeah.
So then I became her. I became the abuse. The abuse that I saw, I became the abuse. So it's not as easy as it seems to do these things for yourself.
Yeah.
But with the right people around you,
Absolutely.
Affirmations. I say put them on your mirror, wherever it is, so that you can find that strength.
Oh yeah.
Because you can be that. Because take it from me. I was very, very just distant, to the point where I felt nobody cared.
Yeah.
But if nobody does, you have to care.
Well, was it that nobody cared, or were you a private person and you didn't share for people to
I
care?
felt nobody cared.
Okay.
And I'm sure they did, but
Yeah.
it's when to me, for me, I can speak for me. When I was in that particular moment, I felt nobody cared, and I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did, but
Yeah.
for me, because it keeps you distant. Like you said, you just want to close doors.
Yeah.
You don't want nobody to get in.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a masking.
Yeah.
Not on my part.
Yeah.
I just did what I saw.
That's a good point. Because see, that takes it back to a little bit too as well. The trick of the enemy.
Yeah.
That's what he'll tell you. He'll tell you. You say, I felt, because he'll start whispering that stuff.
Yeah.
See, they don't care about you.
Yeah.
Look, you ain't pretty enough. You ain't cute enough. And this is actually what I tell teens, that if when I'm out scouting for the fashion show, I start talking to them and telling them that voice that even is in your own head, or somebody else literally came up and told you, this is what Blessed as I Am is all about, with encouraging our youth. And for the reason why Teen Fashion Week is a fashion show that we're producing for all of those people who felt that or were told they were not good enough.
Yeah.
if they were interested in being in the industry, just if they had a little English, just like, you know what, I think I might want to model.
Yeah.
I'm not as pretty as her.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not as athletic as him. I don't sound good as her. No, if you want, let's try it out. You can see it. Because then that starts shutting you out, and you start feeling that you're not good enough, you don't look good enough, and don't nobody want you, don't nobody love for you, don't nobody care for you, and that's a lie. And that's how we get trapped in with the depression and anxiety, and we start closing ourselves in this little box, in this area, we all alone.
Yeah.
My mother always used to say, an idle mind is the devil's playground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My mind is always busy though. My mind is always, I think me and my mom were talking about that one day. I mean, like, she's like, shut it off. I mean, like, shut it off. I'm like, and sometimes we have to kind of shut those off. Now, I've never been where I felt insecure about myself or like I changed my look, for anybody or anything like that. Cause like I told my kids, if nothing else, look cute. Go when you go out, be about life, be up, don't be out with your bonnet on, your pajama shoes, like don't go in public like that, so I've never suffered from like a self-conscious view of like, oh, I'm not pretty enough, you couldn't tell me I wasn't cute, you know what I mean?
Right.
You have to, you have to have your own self-worth of, not necessarily changing, like I think I changed more so like things I did so he wouldn't be mad at me. Versus more so like changing my appearance or anything. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys stay up to date with everything The Retreat at theretreatusa.com, and make sure you stay up to date with everything Jessica Johnson at Jessica Johnson on Facebook and on Instagram. We're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Make sure you join us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram under Blessed As I Am to stay tuned to the latest news for the Teens Fashion Week casting call.
Thank you guys for tuning back in with No Longer Broken. I am Jessica Johnson. You can catch me on Instagram at Blessed As I Am and Facebook, and you can also email me at blessedasiam17@gmail.com. Parents, don't forget, we are taking submissions for your Teen Crush Tuesdays for your teenager or young adult that is out there crushing it. And again, continue to be a positive for our youth and our teenagers so we can uplift them.
Yeah.
So as we just got done talking about pruning, but we can turn that now into about how when we needed to prune, but losing yourself in the relationship.
That to me hurts more than somebody else hurting me. That's how I've always felt. That's why I think the first time we ever talked on the phone, we talked for like 2 hours. I mean, we were having a good old time. I mean, sharing stories.
Yeah.
And I remember, touching on a little bit about that because, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and even sometimes tell yourself, get it together. I've had those crying moments, and I've even talked about where I got out of the music for a while because I was signed to someone in 2010, but being in that relationship, that unhealthy relationship, looking for love, I got out of music and didn't drop my first single until 2015. So you figure, now that whole time I wasn't with him, we were only together about a year and a half, but outside of that, it kind of took my focus away from doing my music and from doing what I needed to do, wanted to do, those dreams, which is why it's so important, not losing yourself. Like, lose yourself, why?
Yeah, because you started focusing more on him or her.
Yeah.
Trying to do everything you can to keep them, at bay, to please them. A lot of people, we alter our looks and stuff. Okay, if I do this, then maybe he'll find me attractive again.
Now, have you ever done that? Have you ever did that? Have you?
I have. It's very hard. I mean, I know I'm fine right now.
Beautiful.
That I was very, very like skin and bone skinny.
Okay.
That was because I was trying to be everything. I was almost like the lady on Coming to America.
Okay.
Whatever you want. Whatever
This is
you
my favorite thing.
but it took, when you do look in the mirror and you say to yourself, something has to change. So you have to become the change you want to be.
Yeah.
Hold that. We were going to come back and pick up from there. We're going to go to another commercial break. Continue to stay tuned in. No Longer Broken.
Yeah.
Stay up to date but No Longer Broken with Jessica Johnson and your co-host Terry Croney by following us on all social media.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been an amazing topic. This has been an amazing discussion. I want to leave you guys with this quote that my daughter actually just sent me.
Yeah.
It is, people are like leaves. The leaves will change and they will fall. The branches are like the people who stay are like the branches. And they're here for a year or two, but the roots are the ones that stay for your life.
Yeah. Forever, honey.
All right,
Yes.
any final words?
Yes, I want to thank you too, for giving me a chance to talk about my book.
Yes.
Giving me a chance to speak to the people in the audience, and I want you all to know, freedom is peace.
Oh.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We have your husband in the audience. Thank you so much for his support. Thank you, Miss Priscilla. And stay tuned to No Longer Broken with Jessica Johnson. I am your co-host, Terry Croney. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. See you later.
Thank you so much for joining us today on No Longer Broken with Jessica Johnson. I'm your co-host, Terry Croney. Make sure you follow us on all social media and stay tuned to soundsofshare.net to check out any show episodes you may have missed.